First of all, a very good day to whoever's watching this gleaGLEA1052 Task 3 video performance of mine. Especially my very own natural made an end. So basically this will be the product of my performing arts using digital media. And I name it arts-based learning. So without further ado, let me show you guys the table of contents in this product. First of all, I will tell you what is arts-based learning. And I will use an animated song named Lemon Tree as an aid to help me explain why is arts so important in learning. And the third thing is I will tell you guys what do I learn during the process of this product. And the fourth thing is what problems do I face in producing these things. Okay, allow me to bring you guys a brief intro about my art-based learning. So first of all, what is art? Art is a diverse range of human activity and resulting product that involves creative or imaginative talents expressive of technical proficiency, beauty, emotional power, or conceptual ideas. So having a brief understanding of what is art, let us move into arts-based learning. Arts-based learning is the instrumental use of artistic skills, processes, and experiences as educational tools to foster learning in non-artistic disciplines and domains. So, a question comes lurking in our minds: why is arts-based learning helpful for students nowadays? First of all, it can enhance the ability to recall material such as scientific principles or vocabulary. Second, it kills boredom for the students in school. And the third thing is it makes learning interesting. So if you guys are ready, let us have a look into this video of animated song named Lemon Tree. So let's go.
I'm sitting here in the boring room. It's just another rainy Sunday afternoon. I'm wasting my time, I got nothing to do. I'm hanging around, I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder, I'm driving around in my car. I'm driving too fast, I'm driving too far. I'd like to change my point of view. I feel so lonely, I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down. I'm turning, 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 turning around, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. Sing da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee dee da. I'm sitting here, I miss the power. I'd like to go out, taking a shower, but there's a heavy cloud inside my head. I feel so tired, put myself into bed. Well, nothing ever happens, and I wonder. Isolation is not good for me. Isolation, I don't want to sit on a lemon tree. I'm stepping around in the desert of joy. Maybe anyhow I'll get another toy, and everything will happen. And you wonder, I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down. I'm turning, 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 turning around, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. And I wonder, I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see, and all that I can see, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree.
Alright guys, it's a good song, right? I wonder how, I wonder why. Alright, let's get back to our points here. You may actually be really wondering about why am I using this animated song as an aid for me to discuss how does learning through the arts benefits us. Well, I'm going to share about what have I learned after some sort of studied this song for over and over again. Well, first of all, why do I choose this animated song Lemon Tree? It is very obvious that the video you have watched just now is a combination of visual art and musical art. And this is also the reason why the video seems so fresh and leaving deep impressions to you and to us, yeah. Let's look at the musical arts wise first. A question here. Why is the chorus part, the I wonder how, I wonder why the part sounds so familiar and viral to us that we could sing along with the music without referring to the lyrics? To me, the reason to this is that the rhythm and melody in any form of musical arts help people to concentrate. A study showed that for millennia, different cultures have used music to put the brain into alternate status, out of which one has to do with concentration. Well, again, it is not entirely certain how music helps you concentrate, but however, it is clear that it does. It might have something to do with giving you subconscious something to process while you consciously dedicate yourself to learning. But whatever it is, experimentals in Stanford did seem to confirm that music actually helps your brain to pay attention for longer. And I guess that is why we could just merely sing along with the music easily after listening to the song Lemon Tree 4 or 5 times. Yeah. And the second interesting fact that I have found out is that when we're singing along with the singer, when we are trying to imitating how the singer is singing, it actually helps us to sing or speak like a native speaker. And a reason to this is that the lyrics in the song Lemon Tree just now is actually just cries for repetition. The same lines of lyrics, if you have noticed it, if you have paying attention to the video just now, you will notice that the lines of lyrics actually just keep going over and over again. The author of this song actually is just playing some repetition. And this is a method that helps you to improve your pronunciation, because you have to pronounce the sentences over and over again. And when you're trying to imitate the singer, how does he pronounce the words, you are going to do wonders in your accents when you speak, without even you have to think about it. So yeah, I conclude the 2 points I have stated just now, which is the first one, the attention wise, and the second one, the sing like native speaker. It does helps you in your speaking aspect in your English. To make you clear, we have actually 4 aspects in English, which is writing, listening, reading, and speaking. So musical art, just like the video just now, the Lemon Tree, it actually helps you in your speaking and listening part. Like I've stated just now, the one that musical arts helps you to concentrate. It actually helps you in your listening aspect too. You will do well in your listening if you only learn how to pay attention when someone is speaking, or when some songs explain that you have to pay attention and concentration and full concentration in order for you to get messages from the speakers or singers. So one thing that musical arts helps you is that it boosts up your listening skills. And the second point I have stated just now is that by imitating how the singers is singing just now, you'll be able to sing like a native speaker, which helps you in your pronunciation. And that's also helping you in your speaking aspect, which is also very important in English. So now let us look at the visual arts wise. Just like how it sounds, visual art is a form of art which is received by our eyes. It could be in any form or stages or status. Yep. And in the video just now, the visual art that is contained inside is the animations. And for me, visual arts is very important in learning a certain language as it drives motivation. Because we all know that most of the students nowadays, they are struggling with some of their subjects because they find them uninteresting, and hence their lack of the motivation to put in the required efforts for them to do well in those subjects. And in these cases, visuals are the best. For example, captivating images, engaging videos, or some interesting infographics. This could all help the learners to fight the boredom and motivate them to do better. And this is same in the situation that we're watching the video just now. If the animations are not there, I believe that not many of us will finish watching the whole video. If it is me, I will not watch a video with all wordings in it. Yes, so the images and the illustrations, the animations in the video just now is actually very important, as it helps us, it gives us the intentions for us to finish the whole video. And the second point why visual arts is very important is that it helps us to store information longer. Imagine if I give you a plain paper and with the lyrics of Lemon Tree on it, and I am wanting you to by heart these lyrics in 5 minutes. No, I won't give you the time. I just want you to by heart the lyrics. You will sure find it easier if I'm showing you the animations just now, because this visual art is actually providing you an alternative way which is much more easier for you to store your memories. Just let's take the first line of the lyrics as an example. The first line is, I'm sitting here in a boring room. Let's look at the image here. The doodle man is sitting in a boring room. Yep. If I am wanting you to, if someone is asking me to by heart this lyric with the image, I will sure be able to catch up very fast, or just in a few seconds. But if you're asking me to just memorizing this mere sentence of word, it will sure take more time for me to memorize this line of lyric. And the third point why visual art is very important is that it aids better comprehension. Visual help learners to grasp concepts easily by stimulating imagination and affecting their cognitive capabilities. Besides, the visual language is also known to have the potential to stretch human bandwidth, which comprises absorbing, comprehending, and analyzing new information. Just like what we have seen in the video just now, the lyrics, they are much expressed or explained in simple but clear images, which gives us the meaning of the lyrics easily. So with these illustrations, it actually helps us in our comprehension of these lyrics. It explains the vocabularies, it explains the verbs, the adjectives, the colors in the lyrics so well that we don't have to guess what does the word has to mean or has to do with in the certain lyrics. Yeah. So we have already gone through the benefits of visual arts, and now I'm going to share about how are these benefits going to help us in our reading and writing aspect. So I have stated just now that these visual arts can actually help us to store our information longer in our minds. So in order to form a good essay, we need to have enough ideas and elaborations for our teachers to give us high marks. And if we're storing these informations using the visual arts in our mind, the information will some sort of like stuck in our mind for a longer time, and we will not get rid of it easily when time goes by, and we will have enough ideas and points to be like given out when we're trying to perform an writing paperwork or in an writing examination. So that helps us in our writing because we will always have enough points in our minds. And secondly, the visual arts aid for better comprehension, which helps us in our reading skill, because a good reader must have a certain standard of comprehension towards the passage that he's reading about, to know that what's the passage trying to tell him or her. So a good comprehension level can make us a good reader too. And that's all about the visual arts, I guess. Alright guys, now I'm going to talk about what have I learned about these 4 skills, which is listening, writing, speaking, and reading throughout this assignment. And these are all based on the form of arts contained in the video lemon tree just now. Okay, so basically the skills work in pairs. So when you're reading or listening, you're actually consuming a language, which means you receive something. However, when you're writing or you're speaking, you're actually producing a language. So once you have mastered all these skills, you can safely say that you're fluent in that certain language. With that in mind, another thing that I have learned is on how we can strengthen each individual skills of this and to ensure that you're making the most out of your language practice. So without further ado, let us see on how we can strengthen on those skills. First of all, how to improve your reading skills. Getting the inspiration from the video lemon tree, I can conclude that there is a very obvious place to start for those wishing to improve their reading skills, which is reading materials, or in another word, books or any illustrations that can help you to learn. So books not only help you to learn a new language, they are also a way to discover the culture behind the language actually. So now I'm going to share about some ways for you to improve your reading skills. So first of all, picture or comic books. From the inspiration I get from the video, I can make a simple conclusion that picture is always helpful when you're doing your reading. Because, for example, picture books are an excellent resource for beginners. Chances are you use picture books to help you learn to read in your native tongue. So it makes sense that you start here with your target language too. So once you're beyond the absolute beginner stage, then I will start to recommend you some ebooks which is in combo with the audio that can help you learn better. And they are also fun to read, and the pictures will help you to follow the story of the storyline of a story or what. And even though if you don't, even if you don't know the vocabulary. And second thing is, you can always prepare a good dictionary and a packet notebook with you. So a dictionary is a language learner's best friend. Because if you're met with some vocabularies when you're doing your reading, for example, you get into a new vocab when you're reading an ebook, you will frequently come across flipping the dictionary, and find out what those words mean right away. And you can always jot them down in a notebook with you that can help you make references in the future. Yes. And the third thing you can do is start on dual language reading materials, because if you're reading one book in 2 languages, it is a good way for you to improve your language skills too. And it can give you a big confidence boost as you realize that how much of the language you have already understand. And that helps you in your workforce too, because you're getting to meet a lot of people from all races or from all walks of life, and you gotta know new languages for you to deal with them better and to help you with your promotions in your workforce. And now I'm going to talk about the ways you could improve in your writing skills. Alright, actually, reading will help you a lot in your writing, because all these readings will give you creative juices flowing. So it can also encourage you to sit down and do a little bit of writing too. Yes, for many language learners, writing is the first they actively try to produce language, so rather than consuming the language. And even though I see speaking as a very important point in English, I still see writing as the most important part, as it gives you a lot of opportunities in your work too if you're writing well. So I always recommend you to prepare a script before you start your conversation, because it can boost your confidence too. So that proves us how writing is important for us. And if we're having some aids such as arts-based reading materials, we can improve our writings well. So there is also a lot of alternative methods for us to practice writing. So the first one is you can always write a letter to your pen pal. After you have watched such videos such as the lemon tree just now, you can always share what you have. You can always share your opinions with your pen pal if you're shy to talk with people that you don't know in real lives. Because nowadays these online platforms is very good for us to start our conversations using writing as our. There is some applications that can keep your identity and keep you anonymous. That's why, and that promotes people to chat online and improve their writing skills too. And second thing is you can always set yourself a daily goal on Duolingo. Just like what I've stated just now, multilingual is very important for us, and art-based activities can always help us to achieve our goals on Duolingo. Duolingo offers plenty of writing exercises at all skill levels, so you can practice writing your target language as much as you want. And the third point is to start a blog in your target language. I have a strong agreement that new beginners of a language should start up a blog writing, as people can feel free to leave down kind comments if you're making some mistakes in your grammatical structures or your vocabs that's being used by you. So starting a blog is very important for us. It's very helpful for you to improve your writing skills. And now let's move into the speaking skills. The speaking is a skill of doom. Most language learners find speaking their new language a daunting prospect. And I know that people who's been studying for years sometimes still haven't had a conversation in a target language. They couldn't afford to speak fluently in their target language. And that's what I'm also struggling now. So with the correct pronunciation that we can get from the videos such as the lemon tree just now, speaking skills is very much helped and is very much supported, as you would know how to pronounce the words easily if you're in touch with those songs that could help you. Yes. And there is also some alternative ways where you can improve on your speaking skill. So the first one, I would recommend you to find a conversation partner online. Just like what I've stated just now, it can kill your shyness. It can kill your embarrassment it can kill your embarrassment in conversations with people that you don't know, because the encryption online is helping you to like keep a distance from those who you're talking to. And if you're just looking for someone to have conversation to rather than paid lessons such as oral tuitions or some oral practices, then you should try looking for a partner online. Because first of all, it's free, and second, it's easier for you will feel easier if you're talking to your friend, rather than talking to your teacher. So your conversation, I suggest that you should have the conversation partner as a native speaker of your target language that you wish to learn, and it should be an advanced learner or even someone who is very expert in that certain languages. And the second way I would recommend you to improve in your speaking skill is to go to meetups in your area. So for example, if you have studied some videos such as the video Lemon Tree just now, you can always go to meetups and share with your friends what have you get from the song and how these arts are helping you to learn certain languages. It can always help you as a topic for you to start up conversations with new friends. So I believe that most cities have a community of language learners, and if you're going to meetups, you can find them. You can find who they are, and you can be like connect with them with like-minded language learners. And this is also an excellent way for you to like make new friends, for you to talk a lot. And lastly, how do you improve your listening skills? In order for you to have conversation with someone, the only thing that you need is not only the speaking skills. The listening skills is also very important, as you can interpret the messages you have received from the speakers or from whom you're talking to. So, but listening is a passive way in learning. So it is very important. It is very useful for the auditory learners, as these learners, they are very fast in getting information and knowledge just by listening to someone. So just like the video just now, the musical arts is very helpful for those auditory learners, as they can practice their listening skills by listening to the lyrics, by listening to the melodies, which is very suitable for them. Yes. And there are some ways that you could improve in your listening skills also. The first one is you should give the audio your full attention. I have to admit that if I'm not paying full attention to the video Lemon Tree just now, I could not actually get what the lyrics are. So, for example, you can play foreign music in the background while you're cooking dinner or cleaning the bathroom, and try to figure out what the lyrics are about. And it is much better for you to sit down and give the audio your full attention and treat it just like a study lesson, but be not too tense, as you will get much more out of it. And another point is to like write down the words that you don't recognize. It could be the pronunciation that you have get in your mind, but it may not be the real spellings of the word. So if you're listening to some songs such as Lemon Tree just now, you can write down words that you don't recognize, and after you have done the listening part, you can look those up in the dictionary that I've stated just now, which is very helpful in your writing, and you can add them to your vocab list for further studies. And the third way is to listen to the same audio multiple times. You don't just listen merely about the audio once, but you should be learning it inside out until you can recite the song from back to front. So once you're completely sure that what's being said or told or sang in the song, you can move on to the next thing, which is to make them in your writings, or to make them into a new product of your language skills. Yes. Alright guys, having to know that we can gain those 4 skills from arts-based learning, we have to also bear in mind that the arts-based learning should not be only aiming for a certain group of people. The form of arts-based learning should be flexible enough to be dealing with different people from different cultures to avoid some unhappy issues from happening. For example, the misunderstanding among the religions or cultures. So we as the young blood of teachers should be brave enough to some sort of break the comfort zone and introduce some new forms of art-based teaching and learning programs that is suitable enough for the new generations from all the cultures. And not only that, I'm now going to tell you some problems and glitches I have faced while I was producing my project of presentation using digital media. So yeah, there is a number of problems, glitches while I produced this product. So first of all, I could not find a suitable place to record my presentation. So yeah, I decided to get the recording done at my home after trying few times in my dorm and end up failing. And apart from that, I couldn't just record using my laptop because just like all my cosmates, because my laptop doesn't has a camera on it. So therefore I have to record it using my phone hanging on the screen of my laptop, and transfer the videos from my phone to my laptop again for editing. And after the editing is done, I have to transfer the whole thing into my phone again for the finalization. So the whole process is some sort of complex and troublesome, yeah. And I guess that's all from me. Thank you very much for whoever is finishing this video, and once again, have a nice day. Goodbye.